folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! We're there, folks, deep in the red zone, deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown, let's go! corner, folks. Deep in the red zone. Deep in the red hot zone. Touchdown. Let's go.
The following is a live presentation of TPC Sports.
Really, though.
Welcome in to TPCFL live from CenturyLink Field as the Seahawks are hosting the Buccaneers. I am Bama Shocks, joined tonight by my good man Colby. How's it going, Colby?
Bama, I can't be more stoked, buddy. We got a doubleheader tonight coming at you. But first off, we have the Season 4 champs versus the Season 5 champs, both with one loss on the line. What's going to happen tonight, brother?
Apparently audio issues.
Oh, my.
I don't have any audio from the field. See if this rectifies the situation. Yes, I have audio from the field.
Okay.
Outstanding. I think Jameis Winston's going to run all over the damn field, and I think the Seahawks defense is going to swallow him whole. I don't think the same can be said about the Bucks, or not the Bucks, the Seahawks and Russell Wilson. That man is elusive as a goose.
We've definitely seen it where the Seahawks and Russell Wilson can just, seem to have their way with people. But at the same breath, we've had a resurgence this year in the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, absolutely. The Bucks have been on the rise this year. Their stock is looking good. Jameis Winston's looking good. Just really looking forward to seeing this game.
Absolutely, brother. And just a couple fun little facts for some stats here, Bama. And if you would like to see these stats as well, you can go to TPCFootball.com and see all those beautiful stats done by our league owner, Brian.
Oh, loose snap to Winston. He's back. Cross midfield into triple coverage completion. He'll be taken down at the 48-yard line. Still having trouble hearing the field.
Beautiful, beautiful play there by Tampa. They're really just pouring it on early at the beginning of this game.
Yep. A minute hasn't even lapsed, and they're already across the 50-yard line. Winston handoff left side. Ellington he trips over his own man, then gets pushed down at the 45.
And just to give you an idea right now, you've got the Seahawks and they're first in their division right now. You've got the Bucks first in their division right now. Both teams are going to be hard to beat, and I would say both teams are early on favorites to take NFC titles this year.
Oh, absolutely. Winston in the shotgun making a change at the line. Two receivers right, one left. I think it's Ellington to it. Across the middle, wide open man, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets that first down. And he is down to the 33. Winston 2 for 3 already.
Winston looking really good just to start off. Goodwin with a beautiful reception there, 11 yards, get that first down. Fantastic move here. Just a heads up here, Bama. looking at the power rankings right now, you got Seahawks right now that are pretty well. They're sitting number one with an 8.63, and not far behind them are the Bucks with a 14.88. I mean, it's not that there's not much in between these teams that are different than them. However, I would think, and this is just from watching these two teams go at it before, Seahawks amazing through the air, solid on the ground. Bucks solid on the air, but amazing on the ground.
When did Tampa Bay win their title?
That would have been season 4.
That would have been pre-Winston, right?
I believe so. I'd have to double check that on
Well,
on the rosters, but
so only one of these quarterbacks have been to and won a TPCFL title.
and that would be the ever-present, what's his face, Wilson,
And ever elusive Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson, absolutely. Now we haven't gotten to see the Seahawks offense yet because really Tampa's putting on one heck of a drive here.
Yeah, we thought they were going to strike quick, but they've turned it into sustained. Throwing into traffic, almost picked off by the Hawks.
Dangerous move there. And one thing we keep talking about these two teams' offenses, Seahawks have a killer defense as well. They can shut people down.
Absolutely. Why don't you tell everybody about the second half of our doubleheader while Winston lines up shotgun?
Absolutely. Not long after this game at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the
touchdown is what we've got. Right in with the touchdown across the middle. Like that, Tampa Bay strikes first. Oh my God, he's doing a Fortnite dance.
It was wonderful. Sorry about that, folks. I was too busy watching it and not concentrating. But yes, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that PAT is good. Tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have the voice of the TPCFL in Meter going up against, and the Patriots, I should say, going up against the Ravens and the perpetual AFC standout in Crafty Dinners. And they'll be going at it tonight.
Yeah, Crafty having an interesting season going through transition after leaving Houston last season.
Absolutely. I think Crafty's
run
still
there.
trying to, very beautiful.
He's still trying to relate to
he's
his
still
players.
Trying to find his feet. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. But we've seen moments of brilliance with Crafty and the Ravens, and I expect to see much more before this season's over.
Oh, absolutely. All right, starting their drive from the 29-yard line, Russell Wilson looking all around him, trips to his left, hand off to Carson. Carson is gone. 2 men to beat. Can he beat him? Oh, no, they will take him down at the 49. For a moment, it looked like Carson was headed to the house.
Yeah, absolutely. And like we talk about the passing game of Shane, but he's not he's not slack on the ground either. Just taking a look at some stats here. Shane right now is let's see here, Seahawks.
Picked off by the Bucks.
Oh! Maybe should have kept going on the ground. That would have been a lot better.
The old left wing naked waggle did not pan out for Russell Wilson there as he throws the pick.
You got to be careful with the waggle. And just so you know, folks, Shane has already ran lifetime over 10,000 yards. So he's no slouch there, but...
Barber on the move. Got one man to beat. Beats him. Oh, and caught up from behind. Nice run by Barber.
Absolutely. Tampa looking fantastic on the ground thus far. But Bama, this is how Tampa's going to have to win this game. They're going to have to chip away at him.
Ooh, trucking over the linebacker. Love it when running backs got more inertia going into an exchange.
I don't think Tampa's guys on the ground are overly the fastest, but they're pretty quick. But man, can they hit hard?
Yeah, they're stout like a little lorry.
Absolutely.
Winston back in the shotgun. Receivers to his right. One wide to his left. Hand off to Ellington. Ellington's got a gap. Ellington's got all kind of green.
Gone.
15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Let's go.
Unreal. And just like that, with the PAT pending, Tampa's up by 2 scores, Bama. If I had told you this before the game started, would you have believed me?
I would have assumed that someone had broken Russell Wilson and the defense stayed on the bus.
absolutely fantastic. Two great drives by Tampa and some amazing defense by them. But by all means, do not count Seattle out of this game because you know Shane's got a couple tricks up that sleeve.
Oh, Shane and Russell Wilson are the most prolific duo in the game, and then they've got Carson with their back. Oh, they're in this game.
For sure.
Penny with the run back left side. He'll be stopped at the 28-yard line. Minute 24 left to go in this first quarter. Tampa Bay being the star on all three drives that have happened. They went down on their initial drive and scored, picked off Seattle on the second drive, and then on their second drive scored. So, I mean, first quarter's been all Tampa Bay.
Absolutely. I mean, time of possession, I would assume we're looking like 75-25.
Pitch to Carson. Carson's got no one in front of him, one man to beat. Oh, and he'll truck him down at the 42. Nice open field tackle.
He tried to do a little move there to maybe confuse him and get by him. No, Tampa was having nothing of it.
You are not confusing the secondary of Tampa Bay. Yet.
Game goes on, you never know. Shane's just got to find a chink in that armor.
Wilson strong left side, Carson backfield, single receiver out wide. Back handoff to Carson. Carson trucking up the middle, and he'll be stopped. 46-yard line.
I think what maybe is stymieing Shane here a bit as well is that normally when he goes for yards, he goes for big yardage. And right now he's not getting that. He's not able to get his massive yards that he's used to. So maybe that's really a detriment to his offense right now.
Right, and the one really strong pass that he threw was picked off cleanly, and now it's got him second guessing himself. I do believe.
Ooh, overthrew him.
Mr. Glass is currently all up in Shane's head.
Absolutely. 0 for 2 on Russell Wilson. Not something we see at all.
You never see an 0 for on Wilson, so, I mean, he's going to have to get his head back in the game, though, in this next drive. He needs to convert here.
You got to wonder how much the crowd's playing into this for Seattle, too. You know, that 12th man's got to come in handy at some point.
12th man's rather quiet right now. Wilson rolling out to the right side looking for a man. He's got the tucking and running. Slide for the first down. He had to get the first down by any means necessary, and he does it right there.
And that's another thing. We talk about Shane. We talk about his offense. You know, how good he is at throwing the ball, how good is at running the ball. Not just handing it off to a running back, but Wilson taking that ball, tucking it on his arm, and going in and getting that first down like he can.
Absolute. Wilson under center this time. Strong right side. Carson single man backfield. And that will end the first quarter. We'll flip the field, start over with a fresh 6 on the clock.
I have noticed, though, this drive, Bam, a much more conservative drive than we're used to seeing from Seattle here. Looks like they're looking to maybe win the battle of possession just to, ensure that they have more time with the ball.
Could be Wilson back, pocket collapsing behind him, picked off again. This time Whitehead's got it, and he is just beating men off of him. He finally goes down at the 49-yard line. Tampa Bay controlling the first 4 possessions.
Absolutely. Whitehead with a beautiful interception there. Seattle, they'd seen something that didn't like at the line, didn't audible, but they definitely chose wrong because Whitehead, the black hole that has been Tampa so far, snags that bad boy up, and now they're midfield, and they're looking to score again.
Mike Evans with the unsuccessful screen there, the defense not falling for it. Seattle's already allowed 86 yards of rushing.
I'd believe it. I mean, it's been crazy. It's all been Tampa so far.
This is true. Winston back, looking to throw. Got a man left side. Picked off by Seattle. Ooh. Flowers with the ball. Tampa all around him and not grabbing him and dragging him down. He'll be taking down 29-yard line. He says, Russell, try it again, brother. We got your back on the D.
And again, we talked about the Seahawks defense before. They could do that. They have done this before. There's no reason why Seattle can't come back from this.
Now, the downside of it becoming an all-defensive game, Seattle is already down 2 touchdowns.
For sure, I totally agree with you there, Bama. But at some point, you got to have what we like to call here in Canada the TSN turning point. Could that have been it? Hard to say.
Time will only tell as they come up for a 2nd and 4, looking to shake things up on the offense.
And if anyone's interested out there in the chat, we have a poll up right now. Who's going to win? Seahawks, Bucks. Get your votes in next 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes.
And don't forget to go follow us on Facebook. Russell Wilson running, throws the ball to Dixon. I swear to God, he was past the line of scrimmage.
It looked like it.
They're going to call that complete.
Not only is it complete, but
It's
here's
a first
something.
down.
It's a first down, but here's something that I didn't think we'd be saying. That's his first completion of the
And we're a minute and a half into the second quarter.
unreal. 1 for 4 from Wilson so far.
Oh, Wilson lining up I formation, strong left side, single receiver to the right. Flip to Carson. Got all the blocking, making a turn, making a juke. Oh, needed one more quick move, and he did not have the room to do it.
But still, I mean, anybody else in this league, we're happy with 8 yards on a run.
Absolutely. 8 yards on a first down.
Again, but I don't know if Shane is crazy about the low yardage he's getting.
Oh! Speaking of low yardage, Wilson will be sacked for a loss for 5 yards, back to 3rd and 9. No, 7 yards.
7 yards, yeah. Remember them 8 yards? They're gone.
They gone.
They gone.
Take first down, you add it to second down, and lo and behold, you have 3rd and long. Wilson back, looking to throw, on the move, got a man on his tail, and he'll be sacked for a hella loss. Barrett with his first sack of the game, 4th and 24. The Tampa Bay Bucks have been suffocating on defense today.
And here's another thing we don't normally see. Shane's punting.
I didn't know Seattle had a punter. Dixon, I think his name.
He barely gets any work. And maybe the inexperienced punting goes off there. They try to cough and corner kick it and end up on the 20.
Well, you know when you don't have much practice of it outside of practice.
Exactly. Shout out to Colbinator in the chat. Great defense. Absolutely. Tampa has just been phenomenal thus far.
Thanks, Dave.
Shout out to our broadcast partner, Slippy. And apparently we may have another one on the way at some point.
Dun, dun, dun.
Stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. No spoilers. Because our creator hates spoilers.
Barber with the unsuccessful run.
Something you haven't heard a lot today. Tampa's unsuccessful at something.
Right? 2nd and 11. I believe that may be their first loss of yards. First down.
Yeah, they've been incredible thus far. Very impressive.
Winston under center. 2 receivers on the slot. Strong right side. A lot of verbal commands at the line. He might be changing a few things up here. Winston back. Going to throw. Into double coverage. Ooh! Godwin able to come down with it and the first down at the 31-yard line. Impressive throw. Dangerous, but successful.
For sure, Bam. And just so you know, the poll in the chat has ended. 67% of our viewers today believe that the Bucks are going to walk away with a win and give Seattle a second loss on the season.
Bucks.
Don't you dare do that. We'll do another poll halfway through the third, and we'll see what everyone's thinking then. See if anything's changed.
All right, we're to the 2-minute warning before halftime. Tampa Bay still up 14-0. Hand off to Ellington. Ellington can't find his gap, and he'll be taken down.
Just seemed to be running into a brick wall of humanity there. Couldn't get around it.
A brick wall named Griffin. Also, don't forget that Saturday we'll be having the Game 5 Sharks Bruins 2 p.m. Eastern right here live at mixer.com/TPC.
Yes, that's right. We're in the championships of the TPCHL to crown the first ever champ.
Inaugural season champ will be named. Across the middle into coverage. Picked off by Seattle. Seattle unable to capitalize off of the previous interception. Let's see what they can do now with 1:08 and 3 timeouts before halftime.
to me, in my mind here, Seattle has to at least get a field goal here just to keep this interesting and to keep them alive in this game.
Well, you know how we've talked about not seeing Dixon much this year? This is a Russell Wilson show. He's going to aim for the.
Oh, he's absolutely going to aim for the end zone. That's what they're used to in Seattle. But I'm just saying, bare minimum, they got to get that field goal.
Now that's back-to-back series from Tampa Bay ending in an interception. We saw the same thing out of Seattle earlier. Wilson on the roll. Pitching across the middle. Got Dixon.
Wow.
They have 2 Dixons on their team. 1 kicks, 1 catches. First and 10, 30-yard line. Minute to go. Definitely in field goal range. But Russell Wilson wants to put 6 on the board.
For sure. And that was another throw where it looked like he might even pass the line of scrimmage, but referees thought he was good. So now he's going for the jugular by the looks of it.
Yes, he is. He's got quad receivers out. Play action fake. Throw across the left side into triple coverage.
Pull.
Knocked down. Wilson.
And that's Shane's normal MO, where Wilson cuts deep out of, left or right side out of his pocket and then biffs it opposite field side. But that time just not working for him. I would say Mr. Glass or Jordan has definitely scouted Shane here today.
Oh, he's absolutely talked to his secondary and his linebackers and said, look, I don't care if Russell Wilson is on the go. You don't break your coverage.
Ooh.
And that was almost picked off at the 1-yard line.
I cannot get over how well Tampa has been dealing with this Seattle offense, holding them to 0 so far. Seattle is threatening here on 3rd and 10.
Right, but speaking of what Commando Slippy said, I mean, Glass is reading Shane like an open book. And, I've never been able to say that boy's name. Ndama Kong Su was all over the back end of Wilson.
And just like that, he's well within field goal range now, and he is threatening for a major here. 41 seconds, 1 timeout. What's he going to do?
Go for the jug.
Got to. He has to score here, I think, Bama. Because if I'm not mistaken, it's it's Seattle ball. So he could tie this up when we come back.
If Wilson is to score here, then they get the ball back to start the 3rd. The momentum will be solidly on their side, and that's what they need right now. Carson on the move. Nothing doing. Taken down. Stuffed. 8-yard line. 27 seconds.
Huddle.
No huddle offense running. This is going to be dangerous here with only 1 timeout in your pocket.
You think he's got maybe 1, maybe 2 plays left to go
Pitch to
here.
Carson, right side, looking for his lead blocker. His lead blocker not picking it up.
High and dry.
15 seconds. Final timeout taken. Seattle and Russell Wilson looking for the option that's going to get them the score right here, right now.
See, the thing is, I know he's only got 15 seconds left, but if he goes for a play here, I don't know if he has enough time to take a knee and go for a field goal.
The way that Russell Wilson plays the field, it's very questionable. He has to get the completion in the end zone or run for the touchdown. He's running for it 5, and he'll just inside the pylons. Touchdown, Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. Let's go.
Really, that was very interesting. He had a wide open receiver in the end zone the whole time. Really didn't need to do all that work himself, but there you have it. And like that, he has cut the lead in this game to half.
But with 9 seconds on the clock, how many times have we seen something crazy happen with 9 seconds remaining to go?
I mean, there's been more than once that we've all had these heart-stopping moments in the TPCFL, and I suspect that we're going to see more before it's all said and done, ladies and gentlemen. But here we go, 9 seconds. What's Tampa going to do?
And Ellington is back to receive the run back, the speediest little feet on the team. Ellington not able to get a gap. 6 seconds, 28 seconds. Will they take the knee into halftime? We'll find out in just a moment.
It doesn't look like they're taking the knee. Looks like they're going for something here. They're not in victory formation.
Wilson shotgun, Ellington, 4 receivers. Looking to bomb it down the field. Into quadruple coverage. Whose ball is it? The grounds. And that will take us to halftime. Ooh.
Absolutely. What an incredible first half, Bama, there. There are no words for Tampa's defense, but also Seattle's done a fantastic defensively as well. And they are definitely threatened to tie this game up now.
They have definitely changed their defensive approach since the first quarter, giving up 14 and giving up nothing since then. Penny with a run back on the left side into coverage, jukes one man, and he'll be shoulder tackled by another.
You know, this is why both these teams are former champions. They both have tasted the TPCFL victory champagne as I have. We all have these beautiful trophies. We all want more. We all want to be like Kiv and have double championships.
Oh, absolutely. I'm still thirsty for my first one. Wonder what that victory champagne tastes like. Wilson under
a lot
center.
like Dr. Pepper.
Ugh. Hand off to Carson left side. Oh, jukes a man.
Ooh.
Had the gap, but made a move too much to the right into the defensive line.
Still, it's positive yardage. He's got to look at that. It's positive yardage. Shout out to Batgirl, who is in the chat now. Another one of our players in the league.
Yep,
the owner of the Green Bay Packers.
No, Packers. Winston, shotgun formation. 3 men left, 1 right. Carson backfield, making changes galore. Handoff to Carson. No. Oh, Carson laying the block. Wilson rolling right side. Got a man downfield. Brown. Oh! It's bobbled by Brown into the hands of the defense. Over into, I think it, Moore had the final drop.
I think he needs to practice his catching a lot more. Get it?
They all do. They all do.
Unreal. He shook that tackle unbelievably. And then, man, I thought he was going to run with Russell Wilson there for a minute because he had a lot of field open in front of him.
Did you see the block Carson laid? He just body lifted him like in the WWE. It was outstanding.
It was gorgeous.
Wilson back. Carson to his right side. Strong right side. 2 receivers left side. Ooh, Carson moving out to be a wide receiver. Wilson back. Oof. Pocket moving. Pocket collapse. Wilson be taking his 3rd sack of the game. 2nd from Barrett.
Unreal. And just like that, any advantage that Seattle had going into this may have just been decimated. And now Tampa is getting that ball back, and they are on the offensive once again.
Once again, the Tampa Bay defense sucking all the air out of CenturyLink Field. And like that, you can hear a pin drop in the stadium. Tampa will take the ball at the 21-yard line after that amazing punt.
Some solid field position, though, still for Tampa. They've scored with obviously with a much better possession or field possession, but I have a funny feeling that Tampa's going to be changing some things up here.
Winston coming out in a 2-back set. Back, left side man running long, throw across the middle. Perriman with the catch, and he will hold on to it for the first down. Pointed out in chat by our friend Dave. Tampa Bay's last 2 drives ending in interception. How do they prevent that here, Colby?
Well, you've already seen it here. They're going up the gut in the middle, which seems to be almost a dead zone for Seattle defensively. They haven't got a lot there. And I also suspect that Tampa's probably going to keep the ball on the ground a little bit and get some more running yards.
And Barber will not gain those yards.
The thing is with Tampa, though, they don't need necessarily to score a major again. All they got to do is get close enough for a field goal, and they're up by 2 possessions again.
Oh, absolutely. Math is definitely in the favor.
If I'm Tampa here, I'm keeping the ball on the ground. They've got a great run game. They could just pound away, and they could potentially win this game. But keeping the ball out of Shane's hands is the best thing you could do defensively.
Winston back, left side. Oh, Evans in the back, but able to maintain possession.
He speared him in the spine. It was unreal.
3rd and 1. 48-yard line.
Now, if you're Tampa, do you keep this bad boy on the ground, or maybe you do some sort of a play action to fool them?
Now would not be the worst time for a play action fake, although they do have 2 secondary in the back. Handoff to Brait right up the gut. Forward progress will give him. And Seattle has a defender down right. with 2 tackles on the night, is down. Update you on his status as
That is no bueno for Seattle. Didn't want to see that.
Winston I formation, Brait and Barber behind him. Tight end Chef right to left.
Man, both
Making
these
all
players
kind of
just,
changes, dude.
yeah, constantly just moving things around, trying to get something going.
All that and Seattle coming out on top with the takedown of Brait in the backfield. 12.
Just unreal play right now by both teams. Seattle looking really good defensively coming into the third quarter here.
Winston back, throw across the right side, got an open man. Howard taking it down.
And again, that
Wright will not return for the game. Elbow.
That's not right. Again, midfield killed Seattle there.
OJ Howard with his second reception, 39 yards on the night. Roll Tide.
I have a funny feeling he might have played for Alabama at one point.
He was one of the best tight ends we ever had.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
And underutilized. Ellington up the gut,
Ooh.
stopped by Kendricks at the 25-yard line, knocking on the door of the red zone.
Well within field goal position as well, Bama. So Tampa's set up to be looking something pretty good right here.
Now, we haven't said nothing about it, but something that's becoming more and more obvious to me, that game clock is just constantly spinning. I don't think it has slowed down on this position.
Oh, absolutely not on either side either. And, it's obviously in Tampa's favor. They're going to drain as much as they can here.
Throw left side, ball popped up and out of bounds. Another dangerous throw. These quarterbacks having all the confidence in the world of their receivers. That was dangerous.
For sure. A little surprised that they didn't go for another run there. But at the same breath, they're definitely looking to switch things up and keep Seattle defense on their toes. Oh, there you have it. Again, Bama. Midfield strikes again.
Wow, Evans with his 4th reception on the night, already up to 35 yards. Winston,
again,
shotgun formation.
Just
Barber
click,
to
click,
his
click,
right.
click.
Click, click, click. Evans in the slot. Another receiver, 2 more receivers to his left. Hand off to Ellington up the middle. Nothing doing.
Just run into another brick wall of humanity. But with doing that, now they're sitting deep in the red hot zone. I mean, there's maybe something that would be said by a certain meter here. I'm not sure what that would be. All right, and we'll just leave that as it is. Oh. Oh! Interception. Oh. Oh! All right.
3rd drive in a row, ending an interception, this time in the end zone, not putting the points on the board. Wilson's back under center at the 20-yard line. 3rd drive
Tampa
in a row, ending an
has not
interception, this
scored
time
since
in
the
the
first
end
quarter
zone.
now. Oof.
Thank you, Bama Sharks,
Amazing
for that
drive there.
host and the audio. Oh, yeah, and that drive took a lot of time off the clock. Momentum is in Seattle's favor for the time being.
That's for sure. I mean, if you're Seattle here, how aggressive are you really trying to throw the ball downfield or anything? Ooh.
Carson left side, juking a man, taken down, 39-yard line.
It's a nice juke. Probably ended up in just enough to get him that one additional yard that he needed for a positive yardage.
Wilson under center, strong left side, Carson backfield. Time will expire on the third quarter. We have 6 minutes left of football. Tampa Bay up 14-7 on Seattle. Seattle, 3 straight interceptions ending Tampa Bay drives. What's going to happen in the fourth quarter?
I really don't know. If you would ask me just if what would be happening, I would have said this is Tampa's game, but now Seattle looks like they're really threatening.
Across the middle, wide open man, Vanette in the middle. Everybody chasing him down. He finally gets down at the 37-yard line. Russell Wilson, 4 of 10 on the night. That one probably as important as the rest of them, as he's got to get some points on the board and overtake Tampa Bay on the scoreboard.
And just like that, Bama, I am currently working on another poll up there. Who's going to win? Good luck with that coin flip, though, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I've put my vote in. It changed. Shall see how it pans out.
I suspect this is going to be it's going to be a closer vote than the last one.
Get to go follow us on Facebook. There it is.
Yes.
Follow us on Facebook.
Everywhere.
We're everywhere. We're on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube. Wilson back. Pressure taken down. Fourth sack of the night. This time, David with the credit.
Tampa is still not letting up with that wonderful defense that they've been. Really, this has gone from an offensive juggernaut game to a defensive back and forth. I mean, you got to think, Bama, the winner of this team is going to be the team that makes less mistakes. Or the winner of this game, I should say. Excuse me.
And it's a precursor to who might very well represent in the TPCFL championship.
Oh yeah, you gotta think that whoever wins this favorite for the NFC championship and the TPCFL finals.
Definitely put themselves in great position to do so. Wilson back, 4 receiver set, swinging out right, looking for a receiver. A whole lot of room in front of him, and he'll just take it himself, calling his own number for the first down.
And that's what you need to do sometimes. And Wilson's is the type of quarterback that can do that. He can run like nobody's business.
Although it only shows him credited with 32 yards. Those are vertical yards. His horizontal yards are probably in the 150s.
Oh, hands down. I mean, he runs out of that pocket every single drive, no matter what.
Yep. Wilson shotgun. Hand off, left side, McKissick. McKissick getting his first carry that I saw.
Yeah, I haven't seen him with a whole lot. Yeah, it is. It's first 6 yards gain right there.
It's a positive gain. 2nd and 4. 17-yard line inside that red zone, knocking on the door.
More importantly, the clock is just draining away, and Seattle is in full control at this point.
Okay, I was wondering what was making me so nervous. It's probably the fact there's less than 3.5 minutes, and that clock just churning.
It's just, I can't believe the amount of how good the defense has been on both sides of the field today. You know, when it comes to interceptions and just getting stops.
Yep. Carson with his 12th rush of the night, 83 yards. That one, not much success. 3rd and 3, 17.
And here it is, folks. This is a big, big play coming up for Shane.
You have to wonder, like, if they get the touchdown here, do they go for 2 or do they go for the tie?
Oh, you go for tie. You almost have to.
Wilson's a Cavalier quarterback. It wouldn't surprise me if he went for 2. Wilson on the run, right side. He'll be taken down.
Ooh.
Did he get the first?
That is going to be close.
4th and inches.
No, they didn't give it to him.
4th and inches. What is the call here? You have to imagine he goes for it.
Oh, he has to go for it here. Absolutely, go for it. And if I'm Tampa, I'm lining that line up hell out of Wilson.
So here's the thing. You pack the box. Wilson rolls out and bombs it downfield. You got a touchdown. So you still got to keep Wilson and the receivers on your mind.
100%, but
everybody making changes.
So many changes. Everybody's moving around. I can't follow this, Bam.
Wilson
it's
back,
crazy.
looking to throw.
Oh!
No good! The ball will be turned over at the 14. Tampa Bay holding that 7-point lead. 2 minutes remaining.
This is still not over. Even though Shane has turned it over deep, it's deep in the Tampa zone. So if he could get the ball back, it's anybody's ball game, literally.
Barber pushing his way up the right side. 2nd and 3. 2-minute warning sounded.
You got to think that Seattle's going to be pretty aggressive on the ball here, trying to force a fumble, interception, something. And I think that's a first down, Bama.
First down.
It is. And Seattle uses the timeout as well. 1:56 left, buddy.
Tampa Bay only needs to have a sustained drive here and drain the clock. I mean, they don't even have to score. They just have to keep the ball moving. Hand off Ellington. Tackled by Woods. Minimal gain there. 2nd and 10.
And Tampa, again, has not scored since the first quarter.
It's been a 2.5 quarter drought. Tampa Bay on the
Unreal.
score. Winston,
Unreal.
I formation, strong right side.
Seattle not using timeouts. Tampa letting it just tick away. 10 seconds left remaining on the play clock.
Winston more than happy to run the ball and take the 7-point win. Don't blame him.
Hands down.
Hand off to Barber up the middle. Stuffing Barber again.
This league isn't about scoring maximum number of touchdowns every game. It's getting enough points just to win. 2 points, 3 points, 1 point. We've seen it all in this league. And again, this could be this has been a one possession game since deep in the second quarter, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Winston back looking to throw on this 3rd and long. That's my prognostication. I don't have any proof. Yep, back looking to throw. Got his man across the middle. Wow, he dropped it. Clock will stop. Minute 6 on it. 4th and 8. They will be forced to punt.
Seattle will get the ball back with 1:06 left, but no timeouts.
Pinion with sweat rolling down his face, knowing he's got to get the deepest kick possible, and it will go out of bounds at the 14.
14, wow.
86 yards for Russell Wilson to get it down.
I'm not counting him out by any stretch, but it's a huge, huge task for Wilson, especially with the defense that we've seen from Tampa today.
This has definitely been a defense-heavy game, and I don't look for the last minute to be any different. 60 seconds on the clock. Wilson back, rolling right side, looking for his man. Got a man in the middle. Vanette, unable to come down with it. I guess the lights got in his eyes. I don't
know what it was. It went right through his hands. He really should have came. You got to think that Shane is just livid on the sideline. Yeah, there goes the clipboard.
2nd and 10, 55 seconds. No timeouts for Seattle. Max receiver set. Empty backfield. Wilson back, rolling right side, looking for his man. Got one in the middle. It's Dixon. Brings it down, and it is complete. 1st and 10, 38-yard line, 33 seconds.
No huddle, 11 seconds is drained from that. Tampa expecting a deep play here.
Yeah, Tampa max protect. Wilson throwing left side, looking for the sideline. Brown out of bounds, 31-yard line. 21 seconds remaining.
Unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't think that this bad boy is going to come down to the wire, let me tell you something. Shane knows how to play this game, and he knows what he's doing. This could come down to the final milliseconds.
Wilson, shotgun. Carson, right side. Strong left side. One receiver to the right. Back. Rolling right. Looking for his man. Throws across. Got Disley. Disley will be taken down.
Oh, no. I don't know if that's
bounds
enough time.
at 17.
Oh!
No huddle runoff got him there. Tampa Bay Bucks of Mr. Glass will go on with the win, 14-7. Oh my goodness. What a game.
What an incredible game, Bama. Just unfreaking believable. Neither team should feel bad about their performance today. They both left it on the field. Both defenses played phenomenally, but just Tampa was able to, with those 2 quick scores at the beginning of the game, to hold on to a 14-7 win. Passing yards
Wow.
identical. Look at that.
Oh, wow. Tampa used their D to stand up the rest of the game. Absolutely. Offense come out in the first quarter, punched Seattle in the mouth twice. The defense punched them in the mouth 3 straight times. That was enough to put them in a hole they could not dig themselves out of. What a well-played game here in Century Link Field.
Absolutely fantastic game there. Wilson, uncharacteristically, not is throwing under 50%.
135 passing yards for both teams. What an odd number. And the fact that it matches 12 first downs for both teams.
It was pretty even for the most part, if you think about it.
Yep, Seattle with the edge in rushing. Kick
But
return yards, the difference mathematically.
The big takeaway was that early interception from Tampa and them scoring on that drive. 2 quick back-to-back scores, and that's really what sealed it for them today.
5 interceptions on the day between both teams. Time of possession separated by just over a minute. There was no scoring in the second half of this game. It was all about that D.
And Meter's favorite stat, third down conversions go to Tampa, 2 of 3, 66%. Tampa only 4 of 7 at 57.
And that 0 and 1 fourth down conversion by Seattle.
Oh, absolutely. That you got to think that's heartbreaking for Shane. They were so close yet so far. But there you have it. Tampa easily number 1 in the NFC right now, I believe. Some updated stats.
Remember,
they are looking fantastic.
Coming up after this at 8 Eastern, we have Pats taking on the Ravens. Another outstanding game coming up, and not to mention the Game 5 of the TPCHL inaugural season finals, Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, right here, TPC Sports. We'll see you at the top of the hour. Pats, Ravens, everybody, have a good night.
You want to do this again in 10 minutes?
We're going to do it again in 10 minutes. We're going to take a break, go to the restroom, get a drink, and put out a few fires behind me. See you soon.